Yeah, this time we're gonna start off different. I'll still do my opening line that I pretty much have been doing for a while now, but yeah, we're just gonna hit straight to it. I know you guys, whoever played this game, are aware about the disclaimer, understandably. So before I do my opening line, of course we're gonna talk about an OG who basically, well, of course I'm gonna talk about it. So, Carl Weathers. To start off, Carl Weathers was born January 14, 1948, in New Orleans, Louisiana. He died, he died yesterday, which even I was at shock. My wife pulled him up. You know how I found out? My wife pulled him up while I was just kind of chilling out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know he passed away. And it was yesterday. I don't know how I missed it, but here we are. But yeah, Carl Weathers died yesterday in Los Angeles, California. So of course I'm gonna say sympathy, definitely sympathies to his whoever is still living for his family. Of course, yeah, that's the first thing. My condolences and my sympathies, and yeah, man, I just. I mean, he was older. He was 76, but man, dude, you know what my first movie was with Carl Weathers? Because everyone else has posted videos. Absolutely. Am I trying to do this to get likes and all that? No, no. Carl Weathers? Oh my gosh, I knew him before, like, what he was kind of like. He was kind of, in a sense, green. My first role, or how I heard of Carl Weathers, was, of course, Apollo Creed. My dad introduced me to Apollo Creed because I was a huge Rocky fan. I still am. I enjoy the crap out of the Creed series, obviously. But yeah, Apollo Creed. But let's start this off right. We're going to talk about his life briefly. This is Wikipedia, so of course it's not like entirely facts, but it gets to the general basis of this guy have lived a pretty much life. So here we go. So of course, I didn't really pay attention to because he was a football linebacker. I heard of it, but I didn't do a deep dive until now. So he played for the Oakland Raiders from 1970 to 1971, and he also played for the BC Lions from 1971 to 1973. According to Wikipedia, his career NFL statistics games played was 8. Career CFL statistics were games played 13, fumble recoveries 1. He really just kind of did this for like 4 years from what I'm reading too, just in terms of it being a linebacker. So I thought that was interesting. Of course, everyone knows Carl Weathers, including anybody who grew up when he first started out. Of course, we know him from the football linebacker to just basically his start as an actor. And he officially started acting in 1973, I guess when he was doing football. And he just did it till the time of his untimely death since 2024, obviously. His education, of course, was San Francisco State University with a BA, San Diego State University MA. But let's talk about his acting roles because my gosh, this guy has left a legacy behind. Let's just acknowledge that. So his roles included, I'm reading this from Wikipedia. You guys should definitely look at Wikipedia, Google, or any source in terms of basically Carl Weathers. His roles included boxer Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky films from 1976 to 1985. I know this is going to take away from Silent Hill the short message. I don't mean to do that, but of course I'm going to talk about Carl Weathers, of course. Dude, I knew this guy since Apollo Creed from the Rocky series. Absolutely. We're talking about him. Absolutely. So, sorry if this takes away from this game, but we're talking about it. There's no way I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, Apollo Creed was And of course, this was definitely before my time, but like I was saying, my dad introduced me to pretty much Apollo Creed when I was really just like, I was like, I don't know how young I was, but yeah, Apollo Creed, he was an OG, and even from that, I enjoyed the crap out of him. He was just awesome in that. He was awesome in all four films. I was never disappointed. He was just, dude, he was the man. Enough said. Uh, Colonel, I think it's saying Al Dillon, or let's just say Colonel Dillon in Predator, of course, 1987. And of course, this is not, I'm not the first person who's done the video on Carl Weathers. Of course, people are, even anybody's doing probably about Carl Weathers. Unfortunately, yeah, they're all covering Carl Weathers. Even I'm shocked too. But he played Combat Carl in the Toy Story franchise. Wait. No kidding. Well, here we are. He played Detective Bernardo in the television series, I know I mispronounced it, in Street Justice from 1991 to 1993. He definitely played a fictional version of himself in the comedy series Arrested Development in 2004 and 2013. I guess when it, finished the series and then it restarted. We'll go over that later. He voiced Omnitrix Prime and Star versus the Forces of Evil in 2017 and 2019. He had a recurring role. This is getting up to pretty much, I guess, modern times, as Kreef Karga in the Star Wars series The Mandalorian. My friend praises the crap out of that series, and I'm curious. I haven't seen it too. Well, that's another thing to do on my bucket list. From 2019 to 2023, obviously, and which he was nominated for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series. So, the guy killed it. The guy killed it in that role, and he must have been pretty freaking fantastic. And to briefly talk about it, of course, Weather and his ex-wife, Marianne, had two sons, and to give what we all been told, I don't know the details too, but they say in Wikipedia, Weathers died at his home in Los Angeles on February 1st, 2024, at the age of 76. His family issued a statement saying that he died peacefully in his sleep. Dude, this guy has just been in a lot of things. And of course, I'm not gonna not mention the video game roles he's been in too. He was in Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. I never heard of that. I don't know if that's just like... I think that's the first game of the Mercenaries series that nobody really talks about that much. He was in Mortal Kombat X, playing... He played it perfectly. He played Jack Briggs, but he was playing himself, or basically the Predator, or Colonel Dillon. It was Colonel Dillon and the DLC. It was literally Colonel Dillon. He was playing himself. He was reprising his role. And that's freaking cool. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, they caught him before he got older. That was smart. And The Artful Escape, which is on PlayStation Plus. If The Artful Escape leads PlayStation Plus Extra Premium pretty soon, oh yeah, you best believe I'm going to be playing this game. That was his last video game role, and I enjoy the crap of it. He's one of the highlights from that. So, yeah, rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Dude, you left a legacy behind. Basically, the Rocky series as a kid. That basically, man, it defined the generation, man. Rocky. Yeah, he was the best part of that. Yeah, in terms of what I enjoyed him in terms of like the Rocky, and I don't mean to take up all the time, and then we're gonna continue this. Yeah, it's been 9 minutes, but yeah, he'll be missed. I gotta admit, he will be missed, and that's all I gotta say. Yeah, I will of course talk about Carl Weathers. Like once I hear his voice in The Artful Escape, of course I'm gonna talk about him non-stop. And when I hear his voice in Mortal Kombat 10. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to talk about him, or maybe I'll play as his DLC character, because I have the complete edition. But, yeah, I wanted to at least acknowledge Carl Weathers, absolutely. There's no way I was not going to talk about him briefly. There's just no way. I'm sorry. I mean, I knew about the guy. He was a household name, and he will be missed. So sorry to start at melancholy, and I know everybody's talking about Carl Weathers, but yeah, I had to. I was going to talk about Carl Weathers. There's no way. Okay, now on to what we were actually going to be doing. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. Welcome back to part 2 of Silent Hill, The Short Message. Okay, so me and my friend, we talked about this. I told him about the news first when I was watching the State of Play 2024. He didn't like it. He already gave me his notes. He was very specific on what he didn't like, and those are pretty valid points. I read the GameSpot review for basically this game. Also, Wikipedia. Yeah, it's not been received well, so that kind of sums it up. I know what I like, but I know what I dislike. There are actually some flaws I did notice. It's not. I don't know how to describe it. I know what I dislike, but I only played just an hour of it so far, so I haven't played enough of it. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I already read this, so.
Please, not Maya too. She has been acting weird lately.
I know what the positive is. Having Akira to voice, well, not voice, to having Akira to compose the music, it's always a win. And it's fantastic. It's kind of why we all know him. All right, I'm gonna skip
Cherry
because
blossoms bloom.
no, I've seen this before.
Why is she not replying? Come on! I have to find her.
What do I think about the voice acting? I didn't think it was like great. I don't. It's not. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's not the best. I think the atmosphere and the creepy nature is doing extremely well. It's a lot of psychological dread. Man, I feel like I'm saying thread, but I'm trying to say dread. Well, anyway. So, on to what is going to be the schedule for today. So, yeah. Saturday and Sunday, that's going to be tentative, but really, most likely, I'm not going to do any streaming Saturday. So, the streaming is going to possibly just resume on Tuesday. This is kind of like, or it could be Monday, but maybe I will skip Monday for streaming because I want to save streaming for the new games that are coming out on Tuesday. Of course, Foam Stars and yeah, was it Foam Stars, Rollerdrome, and there was another game that I forgot is coming out too. So that's going to be what we're going to do, and we'll dedicate another day to just finish those out. 2 videos per game, as you guys already know. That's my style. But for today, we're going to focus on just doing Silent Hill, the short message. I heard it is 2 hours or less, or yeah, that's how short it is. So we're going to finish that out, give the verdict video on that, which will come out pretty much the same day. After that, we're going to go ahead and focus on pretty much I Am Setsuna, because I want to actually finish that out. It won't be complete today. It's an RPG, so I can guarantee you it's not. And that's pretty much it. I'm mostly focusing on Tokyo RPG. If I Am Setsuna is too daunting, I'm gonna focus on another one. Probably Odaki. That one will keep me awake.
Monster. It's gone, right? Where is the studio?
That's what I'm wondering. But IGN liked this game, surprisingly. Well, no, it's not too surprising. But from what I read on IGN's take on it, they didn't seem disappointed. Let's go out here. Huh? What the? I'm going back in. So wait, the phone goes back in? I thought we could put the phone away manually if we wanted. Well, let's check this out. Oh, alright. Time to practice my reading voice again. Okay, so inside the fog of social media. That seems pretty vague. Well, not vague, that seems to the point. Solitude and anxiety in teenagers. All of the teenagers interviewed said that they were ashamed of the risque selfies they posted online. You don't say. They also claimed that they experienced anxiety over not getting any likes on such photos. I mean, I get what they're saying if I was a teenager, but I'm not a teenager anymore. But yeah, I mean, even back in when I was a kid or teenager, well, actually teenager, let's just say that. Yeah, people were obsessed when MySpace was a thing, and then Facebook was a thing growing up. But yeah, people wanted the likes over anything. Just eating food, just having the best locales, the best, like, attire. I'm basically, like, the most popular person, and then they brag about it on social media. But when you get older, none of that matters at all. I'm probably just breaking the society norm, and that's probably gonna make me a loner or just like that's not true. It's all about the likes. I mean, I've been doing the YouTube game for a while. I appreciate the likes. Oh no, I absolutely like the likes and the comment feedbacks. I like the feedbacks and the positive reinforcement. Uh, and then if it's like a negative reinforcement in terms of like just the comments, it better just be like constructive criticism. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Yeah, likes on photos. Yeah, if social media is your entire being and world, then yeah, of course you're gonna care about it. But sometimes you gotta distance yourself from social media. It's not the end of the world if you don't get the most likes. It really is what you're actually like your really close friends and your family care. But you just gotta really love yourself the best you can. I know it's hard in this kind of very, very tough world, but oh man, now I'm preaching and doing a soap opera. Let's just move on. What all of the kids had in common was extremely low self-esteem. The greater their anxiety and lower their confidence, the more pronounced their reaction were to positive attention, the likes. Well, on the nose. The sense of fulfillment they experience after getting a like online is difficult for adults to comprehend. Yeah, because the adults grew up before social media was a big deal. I mean, our likes was just like in trophies and, just actually working for it. Not saying that my generation was all about basically like trophies and all that. No, absolutely. My generation's absolutely not. They're not excluded because we did that a lot. We still kind of do it in my generation, where like it's basically, oh, it's yes, it makes you feel good. Well, anyway, furthermore, even when acknowledged, the teenager still could not view their actions positively and quickly revert to despair, seeking more attention to fill the void. Teenagers who are not yet philosophically mature run the risk of experiencing this toxic quest for validation. Okay, Solid Hill, I get it. You're saying that basically they self-harm. I mean, that's where the disclaimer comes into play. If they don't get the validation, then they start hurting themselves, or they start like, and by self harm, it's their long list, and I'm not going to describe it because I think the age, I honestly don't know. I honestly know if this game got some age restrictions because man, suicide is one of those taboo topics. There are some very taboo topics, absolutely. But then there are some topics that YouTube will accept or just our society will accept nonstop. But in terms of suicide, that's a tough subject. It's just the fact that how do I describe it?
Creepy. I
Okay, I think I see where my friend dreamed big. Hey guys, is it is that just bad game design that I'm predicting Maya's already did? And all these kind of like flashbacks that Anita's experiencing is just her guilt. Maybe there's a twist in this, but I don't know. I feel like the story is just kind of, how do I describe it? The story is just like pretty obvious of what's gonna happen. I feel like Maya's already dead, and I don't think that's a fault. I don't think it's a fault for, or maybe it's just like the developers didn't know how to just like get that story just with lots of twists and all that. But I feel like I predicted the ending plot that Maya is already dead because the way they're setting this up. I think I think Maya's dead.
The famous suicide spot.
And like I said, I don't know when Maya died. I feel like it was definitely before the story. I feel like I shouldn't be able to predict that like super fast, but the developers didn't really leave anything to chance because it just feels like Maya committed suicide. I don't know. Hmm. What's that say? Here. Creepy. Okay. Ah. Another one of those. So we'll get a flashback. Hmm. Does it say sharp? Maybe that's saying sharp. Huh. Okay. It sucks that you can't run. I feel like we'll see how the chase sequence was. It was kind of that creature monster, the twitchy monster I like to call it. It was creepy. It was creepy. What the? What the? I mean, yeah. I think I see where my friend's coming. I see where he's coming from too. I think the bathtub scene, I think that was very effective in terms of the themes. I know what I am enjoying. I know I'm enjoying the themes. Akira's moody and very restrained, but when the music does kick in, I think Akira's the perfect person to do Silent Hill. It's a match made in heaven, and he knows it. Yeah, the themes are really well done. I think the themes are really well done in terms of that. And Akira's music. That's the only compliments I have about this game, and that's kind of bad. I think I wanted to say the story was fine, but it's kind of like you already know the twist, the big twist, already before the game ends, and that's just not good. Because I felt like in the old Silent Hill games, they just felt like more restrained, and it felt like it built up to the twist. I'm not trying to tell developers to do anything different or anything like specific. It just feels like it's too obvious in this case. Oh, alright. By the way, thought any more about college? I can't do it. You don't have to decide right away. So, once you're at college, are you not coming back home? Or not coming back here? No way. I'll come back occasionally. My parents would give me shit if I didn't come home for breaks. But yeah, just give college some more thought, okay? I told you I can't go. It's not for me. Why is that? Study isn't my thing. I told you I would help you. It's fine. I can't do anything. Don't know what I'd do if I got in. That's not true. You're way too hard on yourself. Be proud of who you are. Wait, what about those drawings you showed me? you could audit, or you could audit an art class. It could lead to a job. I'm not my okay. Wait, whoa, what?
Emily doesn't get it.
Gotcha. So you don't really like this place. I get it. People in this town see graffiti as nothing but trashy doodles. And my classmates talk about me. Might not be a bad idea to leave town, actually. The great thing about graffiti is the world's your canvas. And as long as I'm with you, I can have fun anywhere.
There's no way out.
The way that Maya's talking, she's too calm, and that's why I think she committed suicide. I don't know when she committed suicide. I just think that's just what I'm saying. I just feel like we shouldn't know the plot way in advance. I feel like, and there's a reason why this is probably short and free to play, but I don't know. Now, Maya's flashbacks. I feel like that's where the heart or the passion went to. I know it's a bit on the nose, but it feels like with Maya's flashbacks, I feel like they did, like the developers really did try. They at least tried. And the text messages, because I played the missing, I'm kind of like, I like when the characters kind of convey their internal thoughts with text message. It feels, I like it. I like that. And I'm gonna not lie. I like that kind of like social media kind of text messaging because it's kind of cool. I like it. It's neat. I might be pretty much outside, or people might not care about the text messaging, but I don't know. I like it. The writing's not strong. I feel like the writing is stronger when it's basically Maya's flashbacks, and when it's basically, even though it's on the nose about suicide with the bathtub and her mom just kind of like really causing this girl some pretty depressed thoughts or suicidal thoughts. Despite that, I just feel like that one was kind of like effective because it did show us, and it was pretty obvious, but I think it was pretty obvious. Kind of made me kind of like, ugh. Okay. Well, anyway. Warning. Do not enter. Graffiti, unlawful occupation, and other acts will be reported to local authorities. Village management. Well, it's got too late. Maybe there's a reason why this wasn't abandoned. It's creepy how she opens the door. Or it's just so fast.
Are you here?
I'm calling it. I think Maya's already dead. I'm not trying to be, like, Captain Obvious. It's just, I won't be surprised if I find out that Maya is dead.
Is this your studio?
Yeah, and I think it was basically the trauma from her bullies. I don't know what Anita has to do with it, but yeah. Like I said, I think the atmosphere is very well done in this one. Maya's flashbacks are pretty great. And Akira's, like, yeah, right now, with Akira's music, I think it sets the tone pretty well. Which is interesting when I look at the Silent Hill future. Is Silent Hill just... They're doing a remake, that's one of the things. Then they're doing a mobile game. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't think it's not going to do as well. And people are not really liking Silent Hill 2's remake, the recent trailer. They don't like how the combat's looking. And I get that, but guys, what were you expecting? This is a game from the PS2 era. our gameplay was not perfect back then. I think we have very much improved in terms of gameplay. That is one of the positive aspects of being a gamer or just video games in general. The kind of right now, at least the gameplay is tight when the developer tries. And then Silent Hill F. I'm curious about that one. I hope that one does well. Like, low-key, I really hope it does well. That trailer was sick. And everything I liked about it, yeah, it was pretty sick. And brutal. So I really hope it does well. That's all I'm saying. No, this doesn't feel like a trap at all. Alright, let's read it.
Are these Maya's sketches? These aren't even finished.
Yeah.
And they look this good.
Why are you so obsessed with Maya?
They seem happy.
Okay, how savagely bully was this girl?
A new life. So full of life.
Huh? What the? Are you here? Where are you? This place is dangerous. We need to go. Maya, respond, please. That's why I'm thinking she's dead.
Why won't she reply? Where are you?
Oh, this is from the trailer.
Am I
Did the
going crazy?
Oh, you're in Silent Hill. Well, James Sutherland was very bothered by this town. This is in Germany, too. Is this technically Silent Hill? I thought Silent Hill was in the States. Well, I guess it could be anywhere. Hello, what's this?
It's beautiful. Who did Maya have in mind?
Not sure.
Did you post this too? Even more followers. I lost followers again.
Oh.
Some new followers here. I need to upload stuff like this to get as many likes as Maya.
Wow, sexy! Loving it. Stop with the boring photos already. No sexy stuff, no followers.
Hate your followers.
Oh, jeez.
Congrats on reaching your follower goal. Come on, we want sexy pics already.
Stop!
Just stop! Please!
Jeez. Answer the phone. Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry. You have your own situation to deal with. I was out of line. I was thinking selfishly. I'm so sorry.
No, I shouldn't have gotten mad like that.
Thanks, Anita. I guess I haven't accepted Maya's death yet.
That's what I was saying.
Huh?
Why did she jump from the villa? Why
Ex-
did she have to die?
Exactly.
Dead?
Yep.
Wait. Maya's really dead?
Like I was saying!
How could I forget that?
Are you alright, Anita? Hello? Hello?
Yep, just hang up on your friend. Like I freaking call.
Who's this?
Find it.
Find it.
Who?
Find what? Now that one, even though the writing's not strong, I gotta admit that the themes and the symbolism, those are done. I feel like that's where the love and passion went into. Kind of like, basically, like, go ahead, show me sexy photos. My gosh. And it's still kind of relevant today. I mean, people really are. I wouldn't say it's toxic. There's nothing wrong with posting selfies and just kind of like, living your best life. In fact, I respect people who, just post photos on that. I'm no different. But it's just when it's like with anything, you just consume so much, and video games are the same thing. It's no different. It's where you become so obsessed with it, and it defines your whole world. That's where it becomes troubling, and it really doesn't make you happy. Now, streaming. Do I love it? I love it, but it's not the center of my world. I have a life outside of streaming. I'm not saying whoever streams they have no life. No, absolutely not. You can stream if you want, if it makes you happy. But if it's not making you happy, then find something that you like and all that. It doesn't put so much pressure on you, or just try to, like, really build your self-esteem. I'm not a life coach guy. So I'm gonna like set the record straight. I'm not a life coach. I am not a psychologist. I am not a therapist. Oh no, absolutely not. But just from what I've learned in life, you shouldn't just basically base your entire being and existence on social media, or just something that is just for a quick high or a quick joy. Now, Anita is kind of one of those, like, she just wants to be validation, and that newspaper summed it up well. She wants validation for being accepted by her peers and being liked, because when she gets a like, it's her entire being, because in her real life, if her mother from that flashback is pretty accurate, she doesn't get any kind of love and support from her family, or probably close ones, except for Amelia. I'm sorry, it's not really... Yeah, that kind of sums it up. I'll go into more depth about this game towards the end in terms of my verdict video, but I think its themes and symbolism, I think the developer's heart is in the right place to find it. I just think... But, let's face it, their main story, it's not the strongest. You could see the plot twist coming in from a mile away. I already got my impression that Maya was dead, just from either the first flashback. I don't know, but I don't know why she committed suicide. I don't know what drove her to that point, and it's sad. I don't know if Maya had any friends. We're about to find out and explore, but yeah, I feel like I see where my friend's coming on. I feel like in terms of the plot twist, it's pretty freaking obvious Maya was dead. There was just too many obvious clues, and I think that's going to be why people won't stick with the game or finish to the end. In fact... Oh, okay, I feel like this is going to be a chase sequence because the game is glitching out. Not glitching out, but distorted. Here we go. Get out of here! Get out of here! Ah! Jeez! Kind of easy to escape the monster. Is it supposed to be that easy? Oh, jeez, 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 jeez! Give me a break! Give me a break! Hey, I'm almost out! I mean, is it supposed to be that easy? I don't feel like it was supposed to be that easy to just get out of here.
Maya died,
Yeah?
but her art lives on. Even more followers. No
This
one
girl.
is ever going to notice me.
Jeez.
This is where Maya jumped from.
Bad things happen because of you!
Jeez.
Maybe I can be like her. Here goes.
Oh, dang, this girl is just... Man, that's depressing. Whoa! What the... Ah... Yeah? Okay, so... Like I said, whoever's watching this walkthrough slash playthrough, yeah, if this is basically too hard for you, or someone who's really just... Don't watch this one. Yeah, I'm serious. I already warned people in the first video, and this one's not any different too. Now, I think there are 3 chapters or 2 chapters on this. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, like I said, the themes, like when we were seeing Anita just having really not a psychotic breakdown, but just really feeling the pressures of trying to get followers, and she's it's sad. It's very sad to see her just kind of go through all that pressure just to be liked, and it's not making her feel good, or just makes her feel validated. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong in how she's feeling in terms of. Well, no, in a sense, I I don't know. I don't know on that one, but it's wrong that she's basically taking pressure on herself and being hard on herself for validation for social media for total strangers that don't really know her. I mean, it sounds like Amelia is really someone who really knows her, but just the fact that it's wrong to think that a stranger's validation and positive reception is real. Yeah, I'll do a more deep dive into this one, but yeah, it's sad. It's sad that, and it's not just her. It happens with social media too. You hear on the news all the time, and I'm not here to scare you guys, but it's a reality check. But you hear about about kids either causing harm to their family and friends, or causing harm to themselves because social media rules their world, and you see it all the time. And it's like that with celebrities too. I can't define celebrity, but we see it on the news all the time, whether it's a celebrity or YouTube influencer or just anything with social media. If it rules your entire being, then yeah, you just don't have a life and you don't enjoy the just your life in general. So really, in conclusion, social media is not everything. Video games are not everything too. Sometimes there are higher purposes, like God and religion and Jesus Christ and in terms of aspect, but there's more than life than just like, man, I'm getting deep. I don't mean to get deep like this, and I'm sorry, and this game is something that, well, it will be up to interpretations of how people play it, but I'm gonna state the obvious, too. I'm not trying to do, like, life lessons. Absolutely not. Like I said, I am not a life coach. I'm not a psychologist, and yeah, there are people trained to do this, but yeah, you just can't just base everything on that. And yeah, there are a support system. You reach out and grab them, and just don't try to handle things on your own in a sense. But yeah, I am not trying to do a cancel, and I'm not trying to basically preach on, but that's just one thing in terms of Anita that she has. It sounds like she has a support system. Very rare, but yeah. Well, anyway, moving on. Sounds like a loop. Oh wait, we're back here again.
Am I back at the villa? But why didn't I die?
Uh, you find it? What are we trying to find? Is it Maya's dead body, or is it basically find her reason for living? I feel like the main story is just too obvious of what's going on, and I can see these plot twists coming along. Anyway, find what? Can't leave till you find it. The reason to live, or the reason that... Context! This really you, Maya? Can't leave till you find it. Vague. Maya's dead, you're not her. Can't leave till you find it. Can you give me a hint? Who the fuck is this? You can't leave till you find it. I'm with Anita. Who are we talking to? Tell me!
What the fuck?
Also, yeah, the monster the very first time, it is twitchy, and, you know, I don't look back. Because, you know, like any normal person, I'd be freaking running back. I'm not gonna do Andrea from Walking Dead and just look at the thing that's chasing me every 10 seconds. Or every 5 seconds of that. I'm not trying to diss Andrea from The Walking Dead, you know, The Walking Dead TV series, but why would she just take the time to look at the person who was infected and then keep looking? That's why... Well, anyway. So basically, Anita's...
Oh, my battery.
Of course it did. You know, I haven't... I only saw it. Huh? Oh, you're not looking at this. Different. You know, you probably should have charged your phone, but... This girl wants to die. So... My theory... Because this is gonna be a short game, this girl is on a ground day loop. Huh, Groundhog Day. What am I saying? Ground day. Groundhog Day loop. She's not dead, but she's having kind of like a dying dream, and then she's gonna grow as a person. We already knew Maya was dead. There's no way, but we don't know how Maya did. Wow, that's setting up for a jump scare. Well, at least they're not doing the, like, jump scare. They're actually just showing, but... Huh? Batgirl...
Bad girl gets an empty plate.
Wow, that's rude. But we already got that impression the mom was an abuser. So what's the deal with the mom? Why is she treating her daughter like this? Alright, looks like we're going through the creepy hallway. Still creepy. Creepy. Yeah, but Kira's music is still top notch. That hasn't changed. Say what you will, what's Solid Hill's future? Alright, we're doing this again. Okay, so Baby's head was down there last time. So what new loop are we going through? Alright, what's different about this loop? Whoa! Cockroaches? It's all your fault, slut. Gosh! Man, people are cruel. So what's all...
What? Who would do this?
Hey, I definitely heard something. Calling Maya that or calling Anita that? Yep, I think this was... Alright, so what's going on here? So we're going to the same loop and then another chase sequence? How many times are we going to run into the monster? I mean, now the... It's not scary, I will admit. Because once you escape the monster, don't look back, then it's kind of like... How do I describe it? It's not scary. It's psychologically, Yeah, it's not psychologically exhausting, but it's psychologically... Like, there's a psychologically, like, you're unnerved of what's going on. And it's more of the themes. It's not more of the jump scare. There's nothing really scary. I've seen some pretty freaky horror games, absolutely. Oh yeah, there were some terrifying moments, but... Oh, that's just... I don't know what to make of that one. What's your deal? Okay, that was actually creepy. I will give you that. Yeah, Silent Hill. That part's creepy. I don't know what to make of that one. You gonna disappear, bro? Nope. You're just gonna stand right freaking there. I don't know why. Yeah, just stay right there, bro. All right. Children who turn trauma into tales. Solitude and Anxiety in Teenagers Part 2. All of the teenagers surveys suffer from deep psychological issues caused by past experiences. True. And interestingly, all of them contextualize these issues as grandiose stories of sorts. One girl placed herself in the role of a tragic hero, convincing herself that she was at the mercy of an abusive stepmother, and that her loving real mother existed somewhere. Another girl viewed her childhood scars as stigmata, believing those scars would bloom into beautiful cherry blossoms. That's obviously Maya. Tragic hero. I wonder who they're talking about in terms of that. Abusive stepmother. Are they talking about a past Silent Hill? I'm not sure on that first statement. Anyway. These convenient tales in the face of extreme adversity are born out of a deep desire to escape unbearable pain and self-hatred. The greater the trauma, the more grandiose the story surrounding it. Oh, I knew that much. Okay, bro, are you moving? What's your deal? I don't know what your deal is.
Wait, it's back on?
Yeah, why is it back on? Didn't we... I'm gonna get closer to you and see what you do. No, you're just kind of like a broom or something. So freaky, though. I don't know why you're there, of all places. It's kind of freaky. Alright, don't move, bro. And of course you're gonna move. I'm watching you. I'm gonna see if you disappear. How much time I got? Alright, so this will be an hour. Okay, bro. Don't mess with me. And I know there's a pause, so... I'm gonna turn... I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
How could somebody do this? Some people really have nothing better to do. Wait. I bet it was these guys.
Oh! Oh! What the... Gosh! Ah! I knew something was gonna happen. Oh, gosh! That freaked me out a little bit. Ah! That one got me. I don't know why. I kind of expected as much. Creepy piece of... Yeah, I kind of guessed that they would get there. I was like... Alright, so you got me on that one. Confound it, you guys got me on that. That kind of annoyed me too. Yeah, that one got me.
What's this?
Yeah, this is kind of new. Alright, what's going on here? Yeah, Twitchy Monster the very first time was freaky, but once you pretty much know that it's going to be a repetitive chase sequence, then it loses its kind of like, it loses its horror. Now, the Bat Creature, when you know it's coming, but yeah, then it intentionally puts you in a position that you have to actually turn your back. You're like, great, we have to turn our back. Then you're like, oh, okay, there it is. I thought that was effective. I mean, it still doesn't save the horror. I mean, the horror is kind of... It's really, really not... It's non-existent, except for that level of it. Anyway. Wait, this is what I read before. I already know this. So yeah, we're in a loop. Obviously. Alright, what's going to be different here? Hello. Sorry for the late reply. I fell asleep. You feeling okay? Good enough to get out of bed. What? Yeah. Sorry for being a bad friend. So, is Maya really dead? Why are you asking that? Why are you asking that? Please tell me. I still can't believe she's gone. Wish it was a lie. I can't believe she's gone either. Wish it was a lie. She seemed perfectly fine before it happened. I mean, yeah, sadly, in terms of like suicidal symptoms before, they do seem perfectly calm or seem perfectly fine. That's sad. So Maya really is dead then? Yeah? Anita, are you okay? You get enough sleep? Kinda. I'm taking some really good meds. Meds are good, but what about therapy? Yeah. But that's to really
You're
do
so good
much.
to me, but you're leaving me behind.
Because of college. Maya really didn't tell you anything. No, all she talked about was a book she read recently. Still, I feel guilty for what happened. Even if she didn't tell me anything, I should have known something was up.
Did Maya really not say anything? Like, at all?
So what'd you think?
Alright, so we got... yeah, almost an hour. So, pausing here. We're gonna be back right away. And then, pretty much... we should be able to finish the game pretty soon.